the best transition ever.
Okay, so I'm Amy, and that's my kid, and that's my kid, and the other one's hiding. She knew. Okay, anyway, if you don't know me, I have 3 kids in here, so I'm a mom, and I don't have to wear this mask, so I'm going to throw things at you. How do you feel about that? You feel good about that? Oh, I feel great about that. I'm going to throw popsicle sticks at you. Now, when I throw them at you, I might not throw them well or correctly or with a good arc, so you're going to have to get them. I'm going to aim for your faces, though, because I feel like that's the best place. I feel like that's the best. So, ready? See, I was going for Ellie, and I got Molly. That was terrible. So I'm going to throw even harder. That was really bad. Here's one. Here's another one. You might have to fight for these because they're not flying it like I thought they were. Come on, people. This is how you're getting Valentine candy at the end. You need a stick. Underhanded? No, that was even worse. Okay, so people in the front row, throw them to the back row. Throw them to the back row. Okay, send them out. Here's another one. Okay, raise your hand if you do not have a stick. Okay, this is for Kate. That was awful. Kate, throw this behind you. These are like those, did you ever have those whirly twirly things? This is like those. Throw that behind you. Avery, that's yours. Avery, throw them behind you. Eli needs one. Jacob, you need one? Okay, does everybody have one? Just one. If you have 2, does anybody have 2? No, not the number 2. There 2. No, you don't need the number 2. Ah, someone did. This is how you're going to get your Valentine candy at the end of the night. So, last week, I got to be here and listen to Zach talk, and I really liked it, and it made me think. So last week, man, it's hard to see these slides, isn't it? Okay, there should be a great slide up there. It's stars right now. Don't worry. So last week, one thing he talked about was how to make room for God in your life. And one of the ways you can make room for God in your life is through prayer. Another way he talked about was the Bible. The Bible. Anybody ever heard of that book, the Bible?
No.
Yeah, it rings a bell maybe, sort of sometime, yeah. We got like 50 floating around here, the Bible. So there's a really interesting thing that somebody did with the letters of the Bible. B-I-B-L-E. And I'll show you up here. They made a little acronym of it. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. Like, no laughs at all. I thought it was pretty... Thank you. I appreciate the pity laughter. So, basic instructions before leaving Earth. They took B-I-B-L-E, they made some words after it, and they made it work. That's called an acronym, okay? Let's look at the next slide. What does NASA stand for? What is the NASA? What people? Somebody said National Aeronautic and what? Space Administration. Let's see if you're right. Give her a hand. Come on, there we go. Let's see my next slide. Can you figure out what this stands for? There's a lot of excited people there. A lot of excited people. Okay, what does it stand for? Federal Bureau of Investigation. Nice. So you can take letters and you can make sayings out of them and stuff. So let's go with my name. I was going to pick on one of you, and then I thought, no, you might be mean. Let's look at my name, A-M-Y. So, think of a lot of words that start with an A. They may not be bad words. Yeah, no bad words.
We're assuming that our minds would go there.
No, I'm just putting it out there because no bad words, okay? So come on, give me words that are A. I'm going to pick the best words.
Awesome.
Come on.
Awesome.
Come on.
Apathetic.
Okay, what was that, Ellie? What was it?
Apathetic.
It was apathetic. I I like it because it's different. Okay, let's go with M. So far we have apathetic. M. Give me M words. Oh, mediocre worked perfect. We have apathetic, mediocre. Think of a good Y word, people. Let me hear them. What did you have, Cheyenne? Young soul. Oh, that is 2 words. Sometimes you can do that when they throw an oven for, oven thing. So we have apathetic, mediocre, young soul. I kind of feel like that might describe me. You can take your name. You're sitting with a group of people. I want you to look at your neighbor or 2 neighbors or whatever. And you have 1 minute to come up with, pick one of your names and do exactly what I did. Go. Time's ticking. 58. Kate, scoot back there. 55. 49. 48. 47. 37, 36, come on, get your brain working, people. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. And we are counting down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bzz, turn around, face me. Okay. What do you got back there? Whose name did you pick? Lane. What did you come up with for Lane? Laughing, athletic, non-essential. People can be mean. Did you hear what they said about me? Oh, but nice job, Lane, taking it. He's smiling, so I figured he's okay. Okay, girls back there. Who'd you pick?
Me, I guess, because we didn't get that far.
Did you guys not achieve the
We
goal?
tried.
I feel like this is impinging on your Valentine
I
candy.
got here. I got there. It just took
I
a
hope you do
while.
better in the next game.
Hey,
Boys
I
up
did
front.
it. I filled it
Oh,
out.
you boys.
Fantastic, awesome, lively kernel of narcissism.
You went with okay. You had fantastic, awesome, lively,
Kernel of narcissism.
kernel of narcissism. Do you know what narcissistic means?
You made it up, you said it.
It's quite a big word, so good use of it, but look at the definition. Okay, front row here. Who'd you do? Okay, you two. What'd you do?
I would never
So they did Molly, messed up, overreactive, loser, lunatic, and what? Young. You guys are like tough on each other. Okay, Abby, who did you guys do?
We didn't really get one for me, but I didn't do attributes for attributes.
Oh yeah, boy.
Baking bread yearly.
Guys, that seems a little. Okay, what'd you guys come up with?
We did my name. It was kind, amazing, talented.
These are so nice.
I know.
Kind, amazing, right? Yeah, we could take clues from this nice group over here. So good job. It's nice to take words and break them up into parts that you can remember. I'm going to always remember that I'm mediocre, and I'm going to take that away from tonight, so that's a blessing. So tonight I want to talk about another way you can make room for God, and it's a big way. It's praying. So I've taken the word prayer. Actually, I didn't do it. I stole this from someplace else a couple years ago, and I thought it was so great I've been using it, and I want to talk to you about tonight. So P. There's going to be a great slide. P stands for pausing. Where in life do you pause? Never.
My TV?
Do you pause when you're watching Netflix?
Yes.
And you need to go get a pizza. Where else do you pause? Stoplight. What color? Oh, the red. Where else do you pause? Do you pause your music?
Yes.
Yeah? I don't don't think people want to listen to music in the grocery store. Sierra? You pause your work? You pause in a lot of things. If you pause and you slow down, you can start to hear God, because we're really, really busy. So you all have popsicle sticks. Now I'm going to throw candy at one of you, which is going to be really fun. So I'm going to pick a popsicle stick number. I have all of them here. Who is number 5? Sarah, do you want to come up here and let me throw candy at you? Oh yeah, come on up. This is great. Okay. You get this bag and go stand right there. You are going to spin around really fast while I throw candy at you. And you're going to try to catch as much candy as you can, but you got to spin around really fast, okay? And I'm going to throw candy. So, Mark, can you count to 10? He's going to count down when he says stop. You stop, okay? Let me get enough candy out here. And they are boxes of nerds. They might hurt. I'm glad you're wearing a sweatshirt, because you might need the thing. Okay, tell us when to go, Mark.
Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Oh, that was a bad throw.
10.
Stop. Okay, did you get any in there?
2.
You poor thing. You're a good sport. How many did you get? She got 1. Okay, so this time, Mark is going to tell you to start, but at some point, actually twice, he's going to tell you to pause. And when the pause, you turn full circle so you're facing me, okay? And you can move the bag around to try to catch more stuff. Okay, so Mark, you can say when to go.
Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 5.
So you can try to catch these.
3, 4, 5, pause.
Ooh, pause all the way.
6, 7, 8, pause.
I'm going to try a handful of candy, but not a stick.
9, 10.
Okay, how many did you get in your bag this time? Did you get a lot? What changed that time? She paused. Guess what my first word is? Pausing. If you want, you can get that candy and keep it. And there'll be people who will help you give it to you. When you slow down, you make room for things. Sometimes it's candy. Sometimes it's good things. We have, oh, you keep your stick. We have a bird feeder at our house. And one of the things that the birds do is they make me pause. Because if I'm really fast around the birds, they fly away. And we've had these really pretty bluebirds lately. When I pause, I can really watch them and enjoy them. Pausing is something we don't do a lot. It's really important, pausing. God teaches us when we pause. He guides us. But when we slow down and pause, oh, guys. And it's hard to be a teenager and pause, isn't it? It is. And I'm telling you, it's hard to pause. But when Sierra paused, did she get a lot more candy? Yeah, you're going to get the good stuff. Okay, so what does P stand for? Oh, that was so lame. What does P stand for? Pausing. Pausing. Let's see. R. What does R stand for? R stands for rejoicing and reflecting. Rejoicing and reflecting. In the Bible, the word rejoice is found 492 times. 492 times in the Bible. It must be pretty important if it's that many times in the Bible, correct? Yeah, take your head and nod it. Yeah, it's really important to rejoice. To rejoice. Philippians, did you hear me say Psalms? I saw Pete. Philippians 4:4 says, rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Reflecting. Reflecting is thinking about the stuff that's happened. The good stuff. The tough stuff. The stuff that you kind of forgot was good. The friend that came along beside you and you were like, wow, he's being really nice to me. Sitting and reflecting and thinking about that. So, I'm going to show you something. This year I started, I'm going to put these in my pocket. This year I started a prayer journal. Oh look, there's still candy up here. That's for later. So this year I started a prayer journal. And I'm going to tell you a few of the things that I rejoiced and thanked about this week, reflected on. One, I got to have lunch with my friend. It might seem small, but to me, I was rejoicing. It was pretty good too. Our dog did really good at the vet. God cares about the small rejoices. You think, oh, that's small. No, it's not. Our dog did well at the vet, and she had to be put under, and we were really nervous and worried. You get a little scared. I was rejoicing in that. I was reflecting that last week, when I was here with you, it was powerful. And as I reflected upon that, I was thankful about that. Rejoicing. Okay, I'm going to take your popsicle stick in your hand, and I want you to put it above your head. All the way up above your head. Keep holding it. I want you to take a deep breath in. Hold it for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly let it out as you let your popsicle stick down. I'm rejoicing that there's air for you to breathe and that your lungs work to breathe it in and take it out. There's lots of little things that your body does that we can rejoice about. You can breathe. A lot of people struggle with that. That's a thing to rejoice about. Okay, what does P stand for? Pausing. What does R stand for? You guys are really smart. Nice job. A stands for asking. A stands for asking. And this is usually what we think prayer is about. Here's my list. And that's good. We need to ask God for things. But it's part of the whole process. It's asking God for things. Okay, take your popsicle stick and look at it. If you were going to ask your popsicle stick to turn into any food you could have, what would it be? Taco Bell? Did I hear Taco Bell? Any food? Did I hear Taco Bell? Pizza? Jonas, what did you say? You didn't say anything? Okay, look at your popsicle stick. If you were going to ask your popsicle stick to take you anywhere in the world, where would you go? Where would you go? Paris. Disneyland. Oh, I know. Wouldn't that be great? So, when we ask, you're not just asking a popsicle stick. When we go in prayer, we're asking God. And we can ask God. So, this is a little bit different. And you can put your popsicle stick up if you agree with it, or you don't have to. Have any of you ever asked God for healing for somebody? Or even for yourself? Those are good things to ask God for. Have you ever asked God to help you with fear or anxiety? Being scared? Those are really good things to ask God for. Have you ever asked God to help you find a friend? Yeah, God wants to know. He wants to know even the little things. Have you ever asked God for a pet? Or to do something special? Even those things, He wants to know those things. Ask God those things. He wants to hear them. Okay, what does P stand for? Oh, what does P stand for? Pausing. What does R stand for? And A stands for? Good job, good job. Y. Let's see what Y stands for. What does it stand for? Yielding. When you see this sign on the road, whether you're a driver or not, what do? So somebody said you passed them and he's wrong. Ignore that he's an adult. Don't pass them. If you see this sign before a big stretch of train tracks, should you listen to this sign?
No.
Yes.
No.
What do you do when you yield? You slow down, because it's important. We're going to ignore that man over there. Take your popsicle stick out in front of you with 2 hands. It's now your steering wheel. You are driving, people. You can drive as fast as you want to go. You can drive in any car you want to be in. You are driving. You see this sign, and you see a train barreling down. What did somebody say? Race it. So Abby's not going to make it, and we're going to be sad. I hope you're going to yield because it's something bigger. You can put your popsicle sticks down. It is something bigger than you. It is something stronger than you. When we yield to something that's bigger than us. And that's a good thing. It's a really good thing. Okay, when you yield with something with more power, does the train have more power than you?
No.
It does. I don't know who says no. You're not Superman. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but you're not Superman. You're yielding. Okay, I want to talk about Jesus, the Garden of Gethsemane. He's gone up there with his disciples. He's praying hard because he knows that Judas is gone to, get his money and say, hey, I'll take you to Jesus. He knows he's headed for crucifixion. He knows these things. He is praying, and he's praying. So let's look at the verse. Let's look at what Jesus says as he's up there, knowing that death is right around the corner for him. He says, and this is out of Luke 22:41-44, he withdrew about a stone's throw beyond them or the apostles that went with them, knelt down and prayed, Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. The cup being what's going to happen next. Take this death from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done. An angel from heaven appeared to him and strengthened him, and being in anguish, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was like drops of blood falling to the ground. I found this picture. A lot of them have Jesus serenely looking up. If you're in anguish, I've been in anguish before praying, and I am on the floor flat on my face, because sometimes that's just where we are with God, and that's okay. And those are good times, I'm going to tell you. But he says, but not my will, but your will be done. Jesus is yielding to a higher power, his Father. When we yield to God, we say, hey, this is what I want. I want my kids to be great, and I want them to never have any problems, and I want them to get everything they want. But, God, I want your will more than mine. Yielding. He was asking his Father to take away the cross. But he was trusting, hey, if you don't do it, I know there's a bigger plan, and I know you know what you're doing. Okay. What does P stand for? What does P stand for? Pausing. Pausing, slowing down. I like to take deep breaths. That slows me down. One, it slows your body down. It slows your blood pressure down. It just slows you down. What does R stand for? Yeah, so I pause and then I say, hey God, here's my highlights. Let's see. One highlight of the other day was hamburger and fries with Eli. That was my highlight, and God wants to know that. I got a really good haircut. That was a highlight. I had a restful evening. I got to talk to my daughter. That was a highlight. And I got to see the snowfall. These are my highlights, and God wants to know about them. Okay, what does A stand for? Asking. My prayer request. Help me, God, with my homework. I have homework, people, and it's not going so well. I'm still asking every day. Take care of my friends, and give me the courage. Asking. And what does Y do? Yielding. Yielding. Saying, hey, God, your will be done, not mine. You're going to be excused to cruise, and I've come up with some questions I'd like you to discuss. When you're done with them, you're going to come back in here, so make sure your popsicle stick stays on your chair, okay? Because the popsicle sticks are your ticket, and begrudgingly, the groups that didn't do well, I may include you. I don't know. I'll pray about it. I don't want to hear excuses. This is where you're going to get the Valentine candy, so make sure your popsicle stick stays on your chair, okay? So, we're going to dismiss for cruise. You know what to do. You know where to go. Zach, do you want to talk to him about cruise? Okay, so he's going to give you a little bit of information about that.
Awesome. Hey, will you guys give a round of applause for Amy, please? Thank you. So hey, how we're going to do cruise tonight is we're going to do it a little bit differently. We are not going to have individual cruise tonight. We're going to combine.